Surfing has become my new passion, and waking up early to surf has been something that I do regularly when there are waves. The problem is, in Virginia Beach, the waves aren't really that great often, and whenever there is any type of storm that brings waves, the surfers follow. This summer the waves were pretty flat until the news reported a hurricane off the coast. This hurricane was called Bertha and was projected to stay off the coast and just send in waves. Hurricane Bertha was a Category 1, and everybody that is an avid surfer was getting more excited as it came closer. It was Wednesday, and the swell was supposed to be 4 to 5 foot, and the waves were supposed to hit that afternoon. After work, I headed to the beach, and two of my friends met me there, and the time had come that we had all been getting excited for. We walked down to the beach and watched the waves break. The beach was packed with surfers. Each and every one was excited as I was. I paddled out first, and it was a struggle. The shore break was really powerful, and it was knocking me around like I was nothing. After about 10 minutes of fighting the hurricane-produced current, I made it past. I paddled past the breakers and sat on my board so I could rest. The size of the waves weren't anything I hadn't surfed before. It was just they were so much more powerful than a normal wave. I sat on my board and watched the waves. I waited for the right wave. I pulled into the wave and I paddled as fast as I could. I kept my head down. I felt my board picking up speed, which meant I was catching it. So I pushed up on my board to stand. Once I stood, I immediately fell backwards because I wasn't used to the speed of the wave. When I fell from the top of the wave, which is about 5 foot, and when I hit the bottom, the breath was knocked out of me. Then I was pulled under and the wave held me down. I was spinning around underwater like a rag doll. I didn't know which way was up, down, left, or right. Once I came up from being pummeled, I paddled back to shore to rest. About 10 minutes later, I went back into the wave to get my redemption. I paddled out fast this time with ambition and a goal in mind. I lined myself up with the next wave and paddled hard and fast. Again, I felt my board picking up speed, which meant it was time to push up. I pushed myself up into a crouching position. I rode the wave, feeling the speed and wind on my face. I cut up and down the wave, and I felt like it was never ending until I reached the shore. After this experience, I realized that everyone fails at some point in time. The real challenge is coming back from that failure and trying again. With these, I told myself I would catch one, and sure, I took a board to the face and started bleeding. My fin sliced my ankle, and even had a leash tightened around my legs while I was under the water. I came back with a new goal and tried again and caught a wave. In the grand scheme of things, I realized surfing is kind of like life. It will beat you up over and over, but if you are persistent, it can be amazing.